Hey, what's going on? My name is Tim Williams. We are here to break down today's four-game DraftKings MLB slate. If you're new to the channel, my name's Tim. I'll be breaking down spring training and MLB games all season long, as well as other DFS content. So if you like that, you're new to that, and that suits you what you need, definitely feel free to subscribe. And I don't want to waste any time, and I just want to jump right in. So first game we have here is the St. Louis Cardinals going against the Miami Marlins. And we'll just pull up those batting orders here. We have Jack Flaherty going against Sandy Alcantara. I will say Flaherty, he's been kind of average. He's kind of walking a lot of guys here early on in spring. Sandy on the other side for the Marlins has been pitching pretty well. So I do like him in this spot. St. Louis is kind of below league average in batting average and on base percentage, and they're 27th in strikeouts. Versus going against Sandy Alcantara, who has 19 strikeouts this spring in 12 innings. So I do like that there. Sandy has been a little inconsistent, has the tendency to walk guys, so be careful there. It looks like the Cardinals have probably what you're going to see in the regular season here. So you got Carpenter in there, you got Goldschmidt, Arenado, DeYoung, and Molina, Carlson, Dean. So I might look at Sandy as a decent pitching option here. I don't think he's going to be crazy high owned or anything. So he's in a decent spot. Marlins hitting wise, they're kind of in the bottom of the league in all hitting categories, except for steals. They can steal the base, but in order to get steals, they have to get on base, so they have to hit the ball. So a lot has to go right for them to get you steals. I don't really like who they have starting in this lineup here. I will say the Marlins are early favorites for this game, and I'm going to guess based on just the pitching matchup alone. Dickerson looks like an okay value. I actually like John Birdie here because he's not going to be owned. He does get on base, and he does steal bases for you. And then Jesus Aguilar, I like a lot, hitting third, and he has that power. When you're facing Flaherty, you got to remember he's going to give up hits. He's going to give up walks. So you want to kind of gang up on him early. The bottom of this order, I don't really like on either team. So Flaherty can walk guys. The Marlins can steal bases. So there is a little bit of correlation there. Moving on, you have the Mets going against Houston. We don't fully have the Mets lineup here, but I will say I do like the Mets in this position here. So whoever they do start in here, if there's some of those regulars in there like Alonso and Smith or Nimmo or Lindor, I like them. I think they have a good chance against Brian Abreu. Brian Abreu does give up home runs. He's given up 2 home runs this spring already. Hitting wise for the Astros, there's not a whole lot I love here. The Astros are pretty much near the bottom of every hitting category. I don't think they're going to be very good this year, which pains me because I am an Astros fan. But I really like Correa, who's hitting 5th, and that's kind of about it. You could take a chance on Kyle Tucker going against Joey Lucchesi because Tucker does hit well against lefties. Straw can get on base, but there's just been so inconsistent this spring early on. Brantley's not really hitting the ball too well. Altuve hasn't been hitting the ball too well. He wasn't hitting it well last year. So there's a lot more risk here on the Houston side. But I will say, for the Mets pitching, Lucchesi, he hasn't allowed a hit. He hasn't allowed a home run, hasn't allowed an earned run in 5 innings. That is a small sample size. So I'm curious to see how long he actually pitches today. But I do like Mets hitting, depending on who they start. But I like their hitters a lot in this matchup going against Houston. Next, we have the Braves and the Twins. The Twins are favorited here. Bryce Wilson, actually, Kyle Wright is pitching against Barrios. So Barrios is the safest pitcher option on the slate. Originally, I didn't really like the matchup very well because I think this game could be a closer game, especially in like a regular season atmosphere. But if you take a look at who the Braves are putting out today, you got Ender, Jake Lamb, Riley. So a lot of guys are on the bench today. So I actually do like Jose Barrios at the top here. Kyle Wright actually has been pretty good as well this spring. I will say he's given up more hits than innings pitched. So although his ERA is low, he's done pretty well. And the Twins aren't really hitting the ball that great. I don't really trust the matchup, especially with Donaldson in that order. I like Donaldson the most in this spot. There's a lot of power potential for the Twins, but it's too risky to stack this team, at least this early on. However, I do like the pitching matchup. Over on the Braves side for hitting, there's not really a whole lot I like, especially if you're going to choose Barrios, especially in cash games. So I like Barrios here. Not a lot of hitting I like in this game. And then lastly, you got the Red Sox and the Rays. So this one's exciting because Rodriguez has been fantastic for the Red Sox. So far this spring, it's nice to see him back. I will say he will give up the occasional home run. And then you have Brent Honeywell Jr., which is exciting because he's one of their top prospects. Very excited to watch him pitch today. A little bit risky to choose him in today's matchup because I don't know how long he's actually going to pitch for. Excuse me. So he strikes guys out in the minors. He doesn't really allow a lot of home runs in general in the minors, which bodes well. But pitching against the Red Sox, who, let's pull up their lineup. The Red Sox are damn near at the top of every hitting category so far, except for stolen bases, but they are hitting for home runs. They're getting on base. They're hitting the doubles, triple, whatever. They're right up there with all the teams here. Looks like a little bit of the B squad here. I do like Vasquez because he's hitting second. He's consistent. He's shown flashes of power in the past, so he's in a decent spot. You don't know what you're going to get out of Honeywell. That's the tough part. Like, is he going to blow the fastball right by guys? Are, hitters going to challenge him? So there is risk here. But I like Vasquez. Bogarts, obviously is in play just because of what he possibly can do. I don't like Renfroe in this matchup. I only really like Renfroe if he's pitching again or hitting against lefties. So no thanks here. I love Bobby Dahlbeck here. He's got like 5 home runs, 2 grand slams. The guy is just mashing the freaking baseball. So I do like him here in this spot. For sure. And then it seems like Vasquez is like your safest option. And then on the other side, I do like Eduardo Rodriguez, but at some point, he's going to have to, he's going to give up some hits. And the Rays are kind of in the middle of the pack as far as like hitting. Average wise, they're not as good, but they are hitting the ball. So those numbers should adjust. But I like Manny Margot at the top, power and speed. Randy Rosarena, I don't mind here either. Meadows, take it or leave it. I'm sure if you play him a lot, he's burned you in the past, but he does have power potential. Yandy, maybe not so much. I like Mark Brosseau a lot. He has power potential. He's good against lefties, who he's facing a lefty today. So that's a decent option there. Lau has obvious power potential. I like Adames as well. We'll have to wait and see what the Mets give us today. But I think I will be, something like Barrios at the top is a good spot. I mean, honestly, like Rodriguez is fine. But the Rays are sneaky, man. There's been a lot of games this spring where they've just piled on the runs. So I don't know if I trust that there, but Sandy seems like a good play because of all the strikeouts he has. Barrios seems like a safe spot for sure. Lucchesi seems like a decent like GPP play because of how terrible Houston has been hitting the ball. So I like those guys a lot. Probably mostly fading this game in particular, the Twins Braves, but that's it. I hope this video helped you. Again, my name is Tim Williams. I'll be breaking down some MLB content all season long. So if you're into that, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really appreciate you watching. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.